Hello, and welcome to Osrs Chill. I finally got my microphone connected. I recorded 20 minutes on my MacBook microphone and it sounded so god awful. I was like, let me hook up my microphone, and then I couldn't figure it out. And now I figured it out. So we're going, we're vibing. I thought of this idea, okay? And this is the idea, what you're listening to right now. Is RuneScape players typically put on podcasts or videos of RuneScape to play RuneScape to, because that makes sense. The RuneScape video doesn't make any sense, but I do it too, it's fine. And so I decided, what about a podcast with RuneScape playing on the screen? I don't know. I'm in the Rev Caves right now. So cute. Um, so I don't really know what I could talk about on here because like I'm totally not like the main demographic for RuneScape, although I play it. Um, I play it because I like money and gambling, and I feel like killing things, just like I am in the Rev Caves, is gambling, because it is. So my account is not good nor bad. It's pretty close to mid game. Note how I say close. All my quests aren't done. I still have Monkey Madness 2, Song of the Elves, and like the Theater of Blood one, and Desert Treasure 2, which I think is pretty accurate. Mostly because the only way I train anything is in the Rev Caves or at Sarachnis, which is stupid. I burped, but so stupid. Now I gotta yawn. What the fuck? Now, how I do in my podcast, though, because I've done multiple podcasts in the past that I have just gotten bored with, is just raw, no editing, and that is mostly because I, for the life of me, and I mean this, for the life of me, cannot edit. I don't know what it is, but I can't. So I have to like keep myself and you guys entertained all at the same time. And it is absolutely atrocious on my end. But I feel like raw, unfiltered crap is great because like I could totally screw up and say some dumb shit, and I just gotta take that and be like, well, oops. But, I mean, that means my sniffles, my yawns, my coughs, and my drinking my Spindrift sparkling water is gonna be in here, and I'm so sorry for that. And maybe the occasional, you know? But the crazy thing is just like, what do you talk about on a podcast? And I can't plan for shit because, like, even though I wrote down things to talk about, the question is, will I even talk about them properly? Which is so stupid. But first off, let's touch on some like RuneScape stuff. I would always like to touch on RuneScape stuff in the beginning because I feel like that's what you're mostly here for. And my opinions as somebody who doesn't keep up with absolutely anything. And I mean that. I like the most I comprehend is stuff that like my boyfriend and his friend tell me, and I'm just like, oh really, that's going on? And maybe some things from Twitter, but I really get fucking F. Like I can't, the best I can do is like teach people how to outrun a PKer. Like I'm going the Rev Caves every single day for at least an hour or two, and that's been going on ever since I went to the Rev Caves, which was about 5 months ago. And I will tell you right now, I've been killed 4 times. It's insane. I'm really good at it, and it's not like I switched to like some crazy max gear and like fuck them up, because I will tell you, I've never used snare or freeze in my life. Literally never. So I went raw dog on the Phantom Muspa. Like I raw dog everything that needs to be frozen. Like everyone's like, and like the guides, they're like, freeze the Phantom Muspa. Oh, freeze Obor. And I'm just like, no. Teehee. Rather save that spot for food. But because I suck and I don't pay attention. But that's okay. That's fine. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, RuneScape stuff. The new quest came out. I did that quest. No quest guide. I felt pretty fucking good. And I didn't know quest guide because my boyfriend was my quest guide, technically speaking. We were doing it together, and it was real cute. First time quest do together. Little date, you know. Adorable. But I read through it, like, I actually read it this time, and I don't read quests, like, I'm an awful person for that, but I just don't, like, I get the gist of what's going on, like, I'll skim through it as I'm tapping, but I don't know, I'm awful. There's a piece of hair on my fucking keyboard. Okay. But yeah, I'm yawning, hold on. Sorry if I made you yawn, because that's pretty shitty of me. I have really, really bad ADHD, and I think that's actually what makes podcasts kind of fun. But it's fine. So I did the quest, and I know they said, like, in the quest, they're like, oh, it's the new area is, like, I just saw trade in there. I forgot the other word. But it's like, will we have a Grand Exchange 2.0? Will we? Will we not? I don't know. Who knows? But I think that would be really, really cool to have, like, a Grand Exchange on, like, 2 parts of the map instead of just 1. I mean, it won't be grand anymore, but like when your local business that's, like, popping off and booming gives you, like, a second location on the other side of town. Yeah, that's what I'm craving right now. Mostly because sometimes I forget to teleport, and how the fuck am I gonna go from fucking Osidious all the way to fucking Grand Exchange? Like, no, I'd rather run down, I guess. Um, I don't know, just random scenarios in my head. But the new area looks pretty fucking dope so far, and what I mean by that is that it's a giant place blocked out, and giant places blocked out means giant things to do. And I know they were going to focus on Hunter with it, I believe. I read that, like, a few months ago, or at least, like, weeks ago. I don't know, I have no concept of time. Ew, that fucking, like, time. Whatever. But I've like, looked at it, and I know something was supposed to go around Hunter, but I feel like it's going to be more focused around sailing. Like, at one point, I feel like there's going to be parts that, like, make no sense until sailing comes out, even though everyone stopped talking about sailing completely. But that's fine. Either way, that area is going to come before sailing ever does. Maybe the part that they have blocked out in the desert is going to be more sailing, like where you start that at. I don't know. These are just my newbie predictions. I literally started playing RuneScape legitimately. Like, let me tell you my RuneScape story real quick. So, when me and my boyfriend were FWBs, oh my gosh, the tea. I was in a hotel room because we had a snowstorm. This was back in 2021, like January, February. And I knew that he liked RuneScape. So I created an account, and in order to bond with him, because I really liked him, I chased for 2 years. Disgusting. But it's fine. I wanted him real bad. Down bad. I'm still down bad. Like, let's be real. But I downloaded it, and then I, like, called him, and I was like, okay, like, what do I do? Like, why don't you teach me? And he was really excited, and, like, we spent, like, 2 hours on the phone, and I was like, gosh, this is perfect. Well, all I was doing was looting in PvP worlds, because after, like, I just, like, stopped asking him for help. Like, I did a few quests and, like, leveled up some combat, and then I was like, okay, what now? And, like, we weren't that close. Like, we were just friends with benefits, so, like, how is that gonna, like, I can't, like, call him 24/7, you know what I mean? So I just started looting in PvP worlds, because one time I skipped to one of those worlds, and I was like, oh my gosh, because I never leave the Grand Exchange, and I never do to this day. It's really, really bad. I'm either in the Rev Caves, or at Sarachnis, or at the Grand Exchange. It's so stupid. I just refuse to do anything productive. It's just funny, because, like, I'm a base 64 account, and that's only because my Hunter's at 64, Slayer's at 69, everything's 70 or above, but whatever, and just, who cares? But yeah, so then I just, like, stopped playing RuneScape. Like, I made all this money PvP looting, like, with the dragon knives and the amethyst darts, which are, like, the most insane thing. If, like, somebody died, you'd get, like, some monkfish or stingrays or sharks, and you would load all that up, and it came out to a lot of money. That's how I made my first mill. And then it took me forever. I think October 2022 is when I logged back on, and I was still PvP looting. like crazy. Like that's still all I did. And then finally I was like, oh my gosh, like I should really take this seriously. And my boyfriend and I actually started dating. So I was like, okay, cool. Like I locked him down, but now I'm going to play RuneScape a lot because that's what he does. And that's what his friends do. So finally I got into grinding it, and I was grinding it hard. And that's when I like did my Twitch channel, and I got my fire cape. And I got my fire cape at like combat level 45. It was stupid, but I really, really wanted it. Because like when you stream, like people really push you to do things, especially when you're a newbie. So it was just, it was a lot for me. But it really helped me like grind my account out. That's the thing. Like I really do appreciate that time. I really do. I still stream like super rarely, but that's only if I'm super bored and like really need some entertainment. But since I don't like stream anymore, nobody really comes in. So that's kind of annoying, but I feel like if more people like wanted me to, I would, and that would probably make my account go faster, but it's fine. And so I was doing that a lot, and then I got obsessed with Sarachnis, like literally obsessed, because one time when I was screaming, I like died 3 times. I was doing it with somebody and I died. And then so one day I just went in and I learned her, and then I was just there every fucking day for like 2 weeks, and it was ridiculous. But I still love Sarachnis to this day, only because I want the pet. I love spiders, so that's why I'm always at Sarachnis. I'm grinding for that pet. And like if you look up my stats, like I'm not even at 200 kills for her, I don't think. And grinding for me is like 10 kills whenever I log in. And that's just because I can't focus on something for that long. Like literally the only place I could sit in for hours is the Rev Caves, and I live there. And when I discovered the Rev Caves, I was punching imps with my hands. I was so afraid to bring anything out into the wilderness, especially the Rev Caves, that I was just punching it with my hands. But I was getting good shit at like to me, and I was like, wow, like look at all these sacks and all these money that's dropping, and like I thought I was making a lot of money until one of the imps dropped onyx bowl tips and 2 rune plate bodies. And I went, oh. So I stayed at the imps for a really, really long time. I tried the Pyraphenes, is that what they're called? I don't know. But I tried those for a while. Those are really, really good, and those were dropping more stuff. And I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. Tried a dragon, I died. But before I was only going in with black d'hide and a rune crossbow, some diamond e-bolts, but that's like it. Like there was nothing else, not even a ranging potion. I was so scared of losing stuff. And then I was watching on Drop Rate by RuneScape, and he did what you see in the video right now, which is safe spotting the Revenant Knights. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do that. Well, as I like kept playing, I was like, oh, like the Rev Caves aren't that bad. Like I really learned how to like escape PKers really well. And I was like, okay, no, like, this is my shit. Like, I'm a wilderness girl. And, oh, something I forgot to mention. After I stopped PvP looting, I did lava dragons for a really, really long time. So, like, my home is the wilderness and running away from people trying to kill me. So, I love the Rev Caves, and they print money, and I just like money. I don't spend it on anything. If I do, it's on, like, prayer potions or something like that, or stamina, or antidotes, just those things I need to run away from PKers and survive. I did buy the necklace of avarice, the amulet of avarice, I don't know. I lost it twice, and then finally I realized I can do protect from item even while scald, and I'll keep it. But that like really gave me some confidence, and I was like, okay, cool, I'll take it in. So then I started bringing in blighted restores, and just like slowly but surely, like I have grown more comfortable, and now I go in with like a whole setup. Like it's not the best setup. Like I'm not going in with like some of these people with like the Vigora chained mace and just like, oh, I just tapped the microphone, sorry. And like fucking shit up and like all dragon armor. Like I'm not about that life. But I do at least go in with better things, and I learned how to toggle my bracelet of Ethereum and like all that fun stuff. So now I just sit in there for hours, and my PK running skills are crazy. Unless you come up to me, freeze me, and whack me 3 times in a row without me being able to respond, and that's happened. 4 times, then I'm dead. I died recently, actually. It may have been in this video. I have no idea. I had a screen recorded and I knew I needed like a lot of footage just to kind of talk over. So I just pulled footage out of my ass. But yeah, that's my RuneScape journey, and now I live in the Rough Caves, which is so stupid. And it's like I could really up my skills and like get it going and be like stronger in here, but no, of course not. But it's not like I'm not strong, okay? Very strong. I at least have diaries done and like all my favor done, and I only have like 4 quests left. So like I was doing something. I still am doing something, but it's just not as fast as some people grind it out. And I feel like this is the only account I'll ever have, so I might as well take my sweet time with it. But yeah, and I mean I've made like all my money from the Rev Caves. I got that 16 mil drop via little stature thing, and that like funded my bank account hella. And then I got 2 of the 2 million ones, and that's like the only drops I've gotten. But I've also only killed the Revenant Knights like almost 500 times. So I'm not even close to like rolling a weapon thing, which is fine. I just like having the money. I don't get it. I really don't. And like when I go do quests, I want like crazy good gear, and my money allows me to do that. And I'll sell shit after. Like I don't like just keep it. I sell it after. Because if I need it for one thing, why would I keep it? Like that doesn't make any sense. Not an Iron Man. But yeah, there's that. But let's talk about other random ass shit that doesn't have to do with RuneScape. It's been 17 minutes of talking about RuneScape, so let's move on. I'm just gonna talk about some random things that I've seen on Twitter, because like that I've seen on X, because I live on X. It's like the only social media I use other than TikTok occasionally. But the sewer Jews, bro. What? It had me so fucked up. When I first saw like the first video that went around, I was like, oh, okay, haha, that's funny. But then it became such a big thing, and they were like welding the like grate shut, and now they're cementing it, and I think they like raided it like they were selling coke or something. And now there's this whole like conspiracy that these Orthodox Jewish people were stealing kids from the Children's Museum. Like, people take things so far, and like if they are, then like congrats for taking it far. But so far, so insane, but it's so funny, and the memes are like my favorite thing in the world. It kills me. My manager sent me this TikTok of an AI generated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus the Orthodox Jews story on TikTok. Oh my god, was it fucking hilarious. But yeah, enough about that. That was just fun to touch on, like get a little like post laugh out of it, because it's been like a week of that. But also Saltburn. If you haven't seen Saltburn, something is absolutely fucking wrong with you. At first, like a lot of the girlies were watching it, and I was like, okay, cool. Well, I made my boyfriend watch it, and he's like really movie picky. He really is. He doesn't like anything I watch. And like he refuses to watch Game of Thrones. I made him watch an episode of that. Just fucking refuses. But whatever. I'm just mad about it, so I put that in here. But Saltburn's phenomenal. He loved it. My mom loved it. I loved it. It is so great, and I wish it would have won more awards, but it was also up against like Oppenheimer and Barbie. Like you weren't gonna win that much with that situation. If you hear my dryer, I'm sorry. But yeah, no, Saltburn was fucking crazy, and the soundtrack is phenomenal. It has such a mixture of music that, I mean, and like stuff that they composed themselves. It's so great, and I've been obsessed with that song Murder on the Dance Floor, which like if you're on TikTok, you've heard it by now. Like don't even, but it's from the Saltburn thing. Just to let you know. So, I create so much saliva when I talk, it's so gross. Next, this is just a tweet I saw. Oh my gosh, I just yelled. This is just a tweet I saw. Like, that's it, but I found it really funny. When Andrew Tate said he'll buy Epstein's Island. And I can't exactly remember why, But I'm pretty sure he said like he'll put up a sign that says like the Tate brothers weren't here or something like that. I don't know. He's fucking crazy. I'm a big Andrew Tate fan, which is awful to say as a woman, I guess, but not for the reasons people might think. I do believe with his views and stuff for younger men, like you should be grinding stuff out and not focusing on women. And then once you've grinded it out and like you know what you're doing and you're pretty set and comfortable, then like get a girlfriend and like go through all those phases with that. I don't believe in his standards for women, though. I'm throwing that out there. I'm not even gonna touch on that because it creates chaos. But I really think that and like I take this advice too. Like I don't think it's just for men, even though that's his target audience. I think it's really important that people work on themselves. Like get your health in shape and like learn your hobbies and like grind out your work and save your money and invest. I think everyone should do that. And I think he has a good point that everyone's on their phones and everyone's chasing after these shitty relationships and having like side chicks and A B C D E F G, and I think he has a good point. Like because the world's become absolutely disgusting in that matter. Like having a boyfriend or girlfriend or side chicks or how many hoes you have define you, and I think that that's gross. It's like, congrats, a lot of people will get in bed with you, but what's your, like, life goals? Like, if everyone gets in bed with you and, like, you have so many hoes, but none of them will commit to you, what's your bank account look like? What does your future look like? Oh, I'm running away from the PK in the video. Oh, this one's funny. I actually escape him and he gets really pissed off. Um, he does pop up. Another one pops up. He has like 2 accounts or something. I don't know. But I honestly think that he has good opinions on that, even though he doesn't approach them in the correct way. Plain and simple. But I really think everyone should grind, get their money, get their values and morals straight, get your education if you want to, get a good job, do your things. But like that should be a main priority no matter what. Like with Andrew Tate or without him, that should be your priority before finding love and creating a family. And especially if you have issues, like you got fucking issues, like go to therapy and figure that the hell out. He doesn't believe in therapy, but I think it's good for people who like want to beat their wives, you know. But the whole thing about Epstein Island, that list was a bunch of bullshit. I think it's all a cover up. Because whenever the Epstein stuff comes out, the U.S. are always trying to get like their fat ass noses up in other countries' business that has nothing to do with us and that requires like us to spend a bunch of money on bullshit. So, you know. And that's why nobody's going to be held accountable, because it's all bullshit. They're giving you guys like what you want to hear. Like Oprah, for example, or Bill Gates, Hillary and Bill Clinton, like all those people are so untouchable. It's not even exciting to see. Like if something actually came from it, that would be exciting to see. But just like hearing, sorry, I got a reply on a tweet. But just like hearing about it and like nothing happening is so stressful. And it just creates engagement on things and everyone just comments the same shit, and it's like, yeah, we all have these opinions, but something like I like stand on, fully stand on, and this is like my shit right here. Like this is going to be a good conversation for me to have in the last like 20 minutes of this video, because I'm going to go on for a while. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll stop myself if it gets too out of hand. But it's the thing with fucking politics and everything going on in the world is such bullshit, and the fact that we all just sit here and bitch like I'm doing right now, low-key. Like I'm at least self-aware of it, okay? But like the fact that everyone just sits there and bitches and claim to be activists when all they do is respond to people on like X or TikTok or Instagram like Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos and the president and Donald Trump and his kids and everything, and just bitch and bitch and bitch and bitch and bitch. It's like, congrats, you're giving them engagement. It's like the whole Andrew Tate thing, swirling back around to that, you're just giving him more money. And it's like, if you really want to abolish these people, you'll shut your fucking mouth and find a way to fucking do it. Like, actively do it. Not some random bullshit bitching on an X post. Like, that's so stupid to me. And I understand that people get heated, and like, that's the point of social media. It's to spark your emotions. It's truly the only thing keeping humans emotional. And emotional, that word needs to be taken lightly, because everyone always considers that like sad, upset. It also includes like anger and happiness and like joy and gratitude. And it's just, social media is so toxic. I love it, but the way it messes with your emotions and gets you all stirred up and going and makes you say things that you like shouldn't say is crazy. And the fact that social media has created the strangest scenarios I've ever seen, like this, like, it's good that it's bringing like attention to certain things that you could be like an activist about, but the way it's going is insane. Like, I'll just give you an example. I'm not going to go into specifics, but like an example is like the whole freedom of speech thing that was like, has been, but like was really, really popular going on. It's like a, let's say, right-winged conservative said like, oh, freedom of speech. And then a liberal would be like, you can't have freedom of speech. And then when the conservative person would say something back, the liberal would be like, oh, but freedom of speech. It's like, bro, make up your fucking mind. Like, that's the thing, though. It's like, we shouldn't be arguing on, like, who could talk. I think that's totally stupid. Nobody signed an NDA here, and if you did, it's not my business. So, whatever. If that makes any fucking sense. I'm gonna, hold on. Sorry. But yeah, but the government's got me so fucked up. And like, here's the thing. I have a whole rant about this on my TikTok. I think I may have taken it down. I have no idea. But I also don't like when people get pissed at the president. No, I don't like the president. I don't like any of the presidents, truthfully. But it's not them. That's the thing. They're not the ones pulling the strings. And it's not anybody in Congress or the House or anything. Like, legit. It's nobody. It's just the big financial providers. Like the Rothschilds. Like, come on, bro. They're calling all the shots. Like, them knowing that, like, you think World War III is gonna come is gonna make you go build, like, a survival bunker. Like Jeff Bezos. Like, Jeff Bezos doing that is making you think something's coming, which is providing anxiety and panic attacks. And then you're going to go to a psychiatrist or your doctor and get on Xanax or something, which gives money to the big pharma. And then you're going to be doing all those things to like calm your anxiety, like whether it's like meditation, and now you're buying Headspace and you just gave money to them, which capitalism. Or you're going to go buy crystals and incense, which gives money to companies, and you're probably using it from Amazon, which gives it to Jeff Bezos to build his bunker. Like, it's so insane to me that people, like, feed off of these crazy things. Like, I'm a big refuse to take medication person. I'm on one as a mood stabilizer, but I absolutely need that. That's, like, a no questions asked. I need that 100%. And I take ibuprofen occasionally. And if I'm super sick, I'll take Robitussin. But that's it. That's, like, as far as I go. I refuse to take anything else. I took a lot of medication, like, in my teenage years because they thought I was kind of, like, messed up, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I kind of was, but it's all dramatic when you're a teenager, so, like, I don't know. There could have been better alternatives, like therapy or something. Who fucking cares? But I don't like giving my money to big pharma. I'm really big on that. I know I like my insurance company does, like I don't pay for anything. My work does too because of the health spending card. Like I don't put my own money, technically speaking, into big pharma, and that just calms my nerves. Which is so dumb. I mean, like, imagine somebody saying that to you. I just did, but like, come on. But what else? Let me think. I'm really going on a rant. I get so heated about this subject, and I'm trying to pick around parts that like aren't offensive. But yeah, but like I'm still a consumer. Everyone's a consumer, and there's no way of not being a consumer. I have manic episodes where I will just spend all my money, like really really badly, and I went into hella credit card debt over that, and like they feed off that. Like Amazon's my best friend. And it is what it is. Like, there's nothing I can do about it. I could bitch about it, but there's nothing I could do about it if I'm investing in shopping there. I've done a better job of, like, going individually to companies. I'm not gonna lie. Like, when I order makeup and stuff and, like, fragrance or skincare, which is, like, all I buy, by the way. I bought a TV recently, but that's about it. Um, I used to go through, like, Sephora and Ulta, and I still do sometimes. But, like, if I want to make, like, a huge order, not 85 individual orders, or if I want to use, like, Klarna or Affirm, then I'll go through them. But I like going to, like, the individual brand's website. Not only do they always have just, like, better deals and promotions and, like, better samples, etc., um, it's better to support them directly, in my opinion. And that goes with, like, the same thing with small businesses. Like, I stand by that. I don't know. It's also why I only shop at Trader Joe's, and I know Trader Joe's is a trend, and no, I don't know too much behind the company, and I refuse to know because it'll ruin my life. I absolutely love Trader Joe's, and I shop there like a bitch. And the reason is because I'm allergic to dyes, and they don't use any dyes in any of the food that they sell there. Nothing. No dyes. Not an ounce. Like, I literally get such bad headaches and stomach aches from it and like poopies that like I just try to stay away from it, and that's the only place I can truly stay away from it. And they're non-GMO, but like who fucking cares? It's in everything. I don't care if you say it's non-GMO, there's something on it. There is like there's some things like non-GMO just means not genetically modified. And that doesn't mean they're not sprayed with pesticides and bullshit. Like, seriously. I don't know, that kind of pisses me off too. Just like, I can't help it. I'm so angry all the time about crap like this. And I don't know. I just exist. I'm just a girl. What am I doing in this clip? I think I'm getting ready for the Rev Caves. I think I just got PK'd, actually. Because there's no way I'd be in this bank unless I got PK'd. Yeah, I'm going to the wilderness. I just got PK'd. Yeah. Oh no, am I going to Calvarion? No, I'm going to Calvarion. I must have gotten PK'd, got pissed, and now I'm going to Calvarion. I've also been there a lot, which is crazy. You'll probably find me there a lot if you, like, find me in the wilderness, because I'm always in there. But yeah. Those are just fun rants. I was trying to be so picky about what I said during the whole government conversation. I have so much more to say, but I'm going to leave it at that. That's why it made no sense and jumped all over the place. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, I need a new chair. It's absolutely awful. I'm sorry if that was in your ears. Oh my gosh. Hold on, I'm going to pause and I'm going to go pee. Okay, I peed. There's this massive snowstorm that's supposed to happen here, and I'm mentally not ready. I love the snow. I really do. I wish there was snow on Christmas, but there wasn't. But the Midwest is getting just fucked right now by snow. And the morning, like, we got like 4 to 5 inches in the morning, and it's supposed to be like freezing rain throughout the day, but around like, I don't know, let me check real quick. Yeah, around like 7 p.m. we're supposed to get just like absolutely screwed. And tonight's supposed to be like blizzard, same with tomorrow, and I'm not in the mood because I have to go to work tomorrow. I didn't today, thank God, but And everyone was being so dramatic about this snow, and the big storm wasn't today, so I don't know why everyone was crapping their pants. It's more so tonight, but it's not going to get that bad till like 10, so whatever. Oh my gosh, how much longer? I have to talk for another fucking 7 minutes? You're joking. Oh, you're joking. This is my problem. I would love to have other people on this, and I mean like just random ass people, just to talk about random stuff, and I think that would be like really fun. And I think I'll do that episode too. I'll find somebody, I don't know. I'll just ask Twitter right after this. Because I'm literally just going to go upload this. Like I said, like I don't edit. I don't want to edit. I don't care about editing. Like, there's no point. I hate editing. So it's just not going to happen. Ever. And that's something everyone's going to have to live with if you listen to this. So, oh my gosh, I'm looking at the audio and it says like at one point the volume dipped down really, really low. So if there was any random silence, I'm sorry. Or like I got really, really quiet. I just realized that. I'm not going to fix it though. I'm not recording this for a second time. Screw you guys. But let me see it. Let me move all the way over to that spot. Yeah, it like dipped really, really low. Maybe it was just a silent moment. I don't know. Who cares? So if there's anything you want me to talk about on this podcast, let me know, because I'll do it. I could talk about anything. Obviously, I could talk about a lot by myself. You'd be surprised how much I could talk with other people. So yeah, I'm gonna finish killing Calvarion in this clip. And then I think I started another one, but then I just stopped recording. So I think I'm just going to cut it off right here. I'm not even going to like finish the clip in that case if I just don't even complete the next fight. I don't get any good drops. I know that for a fact because I haven't gotten a good one for a while. On 10kc I got the skull and that was about it. Like no Voidwaker pieces, no nothing. I think I've only killed him maybe under 100 or a little bit over 100 times. I don't know. In the next video, I'll show you how I kill Arturo. I'm not going to talk about it, but you can watch, because it is absolutely, like, you will throw up. You will throw up. It is so down bad. Like, it's terrible. I don't do anything you're supposed to. Again, I don't use freezes. And I use a whole inventory of food, if that gives you, like, a little thought. Oh, no, I think I do finish this kill. Okay, I'll just keep talking. Oh my gosh, I hate it here. I'm sorry for not editing. But, yeah, I kill him awfully. And I'll just describe it real quick, and then you'll see it in the next one, because you'll cry, and I'm gonna get so much hate on it. But pretty much I go in with the exact same setup I use in the Rev Caves. Yeah, I know, disgusting. Minus the Necklace of Avarice, or Amulet of Avarice, or like the Revenant bracelet, the Bracelet of Ethereum. And I go in there, and I stand in front of him with Protect from melee on, I believe. And I just stand there. That's it. If you actually stand right in front of him, you can't get hit with any of the, random shit he does, like the little red bear traps. Yeah. No. I just stand there and I whack him for so long. And I wish I really, like, learned how to, like, do them so I could stay in there for a while. But also the amount of PKers at Arturo is insane. Okay? Absolutely fucking crazy. Oh my gosh, I'm really sucking in this video. I'm watching it as I'm recording. Fucking iMovie. I love it. But, yeah, it's terrible. Oh, I must have gotten PK'd. Yeah, I did get PK'd in the Rev Caves because there's a looting bag on the ground. Oof. And I don't know why the hell I did that. Now I'm panicking. I have no patience, so you'll always see me, like, die to stupid crap that I just shouldn't have done. See, I didn't even get the looting bag and I still got stomped on. That shit's crazy. Oh my gosh. This is a struggle to watch. Some runs are good, some runs are bad. You know how it is. You know how it is, what it be, what it do, diddly do. I don't know. I'll shut the fuck up, though, for the last, like, 3 minutes. But please comment what you want me to talk about, or you want to hear, or what you don't want to hear, or what you want to see in the video. I don't know. whatever you want. Yee. I'm gonna stop talking now. Have a nice day. See you on the next episode of Osrs Chill.